What is up, YouTube? Well, it's been raining today. Today is Sunday, the following day. I wanted to make 3 videos in a row, even though this one won't amount to anything. But we've been moving vehicles around, getting tractors out of hiding spots. So I brought this thing over here, 88 Nissan hard body 4x4. This was my late grandfather's. I don't know, it just kind of sits over there because I got too many vehicles to juggle around with. I brought it over here, washed it off because, you know, even when in the country, when something sits underneath a shed, it gets covered in dirt and debris and stuff. I mean, this one's not perfect by any means. It had a big ass winch bumper on it. I took that off. I'm trying to find a factory bumper, but I got the front end lifted back up because that winch bumper weighed it down. So, you know, it sits appropriate for a 4-wheel drive. You know, about as high as that 12 Silverado out there sits, and that's a 2-wheel drive. That's funny. But interior, I worked on it a long time ago. Trying to get the radio to work. Radio was no good. I had one that I was going to put in here. That one was no good, turned out. So that made me mad, and I just left the truck alone. The vents are missing because if you know these hard bodies, the vents basically melt like they're made of wax. So I've seen a few places that have the vents. I need to get new vents. Yeah, you can see right here. That's what happens to the vents. They just like melt. But everything's in here. Door panels in the back. I was going to put some nice 6.5s in the door, but then I found out the radio don't work, and then the other radio don't work. I don't know, maybe when I part off that Silverado, I'll put that Silverado radio in here. But it don't matter because I don't really drive this thing. I don't need to drive this thing. Missing lug nuts because the lug nuts stripped out, so I need to go to O'Reilly's or somewhere and get some more studs and stuff. And oh, shoot, hold on. I hope the rear brake switch isn't messed up on this thing, or maybe, no, okay. The brake pedal's kind of stiff on this thing. It's not the master cylinder, it's the actual brake pedal. It's kind of stiff. Yeah, that fixed it. Okay, definitely don't want to run the battery down, which I got the engine wet because I washed this thing off. It died, so coils are probably wet, so it'll have to sit here for a while, or maybe out of gas, I don't know. But anyway, not going to do any more work to this thing this weekend. Won't be till next weekend. I did figure out the proper tire size that I need. I'm going to go with the 215 70/15 on the front. That's about a 27-ish inch tire. That'll look about right for the front. At least from what I've seen, people converted the old tires to the new tires, and they said about I've had several people say about a 215 70/15 is about the right size. What came on this thing from the factory. And then I don't know, once I get that front end set down, I don't know, I may want to cut another coil out of the back and set the back down even lower, because I'm wanting this thing slammed, and maybe it's just with that front end sticking up. It don't look like it's slammed like I want it. And in the back, I think it was a 255 60/15 is roughly the same size as a 215 70/15. They're both about 27-ish inches tall, 27.1, 27.4, close enough. But that'll be the proper size tires. And then this thing's gonna be slow going because I'm gonna have to fully redo this thing. I'm not just gonna be able to throw the motor in it and then just go swinging it down the road. It's gonna have to be brake lines, brakes, well, you know, the whole thing. This car has nothing. But I did wash it off and get it kind of cleaned up. Got some of the green off of it, well, the moss green. And it's gonna sit out here. I decided to let it sit out here in the rain just to kind of wash off some of the nasty stuff. I mean, hell, this car's been rusting for shit ever since the 80s or early 90s when it was left out in the field. So it's been rusting for 40 years. So it ain't gonna hurt to leave it out in the rain one more time. That's about it. Just a walk around video of this thing. Constance is still back there. I need to move it. But I shouldn't have to mow the grass anymore this year. Maybe one more time since it's raining and it's still freaking warm. And it's in the middle of November. But soon, I need to jerk the motor out of that thing, wheel it over here, do some screwing around, and just slide it in there, see how the headers look. I highly doubt those headers are going to fit this car because that steering box looks awfully far in. But you won't know till you do it, and I won't be able to do anything till probably Christmas because I work every day. We don't get off like normal people, and we don't get off in the rain. We don't rain out. So I ain't got another big 3-day weekend or something. I have to look at my calendar, but it's going to be a while before I get another 3-day weekend. Or in December, I'm having to take off 1 or 2 days just so I can have a stretch, a 5-day stretch of being off. Because as it was, we were going to get, I believe, Christmas Eve and Christmas off, but we were going to have to work the day before, and then the weekend is before that. So we'd be off the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, work Monday, don't work Tuesday and Wednesday, or whatever. It's something like that. There's a day right in the middle that we had to work. And I talked to my boss, and I was like, man, can I take that day off just so I have a 5-day stretch? And he was like, yeah, that's fine. Just text me the days. So I'm taking that day off, and I'm taking off New Year's Eve because the girlfriend's birthday. We're going to go out to eat New Year's Eve. That's 2 days off right there. So I think how that worked out, I only had to work 1 day that week, which would be nice. I wish I could just take that day off too. Have a whole maybe a week and a half off. But man, I don't know. But they change the schedule up all the time. I know coming up here pretty soon, there's 1 week where we're working 2 12-hour days, and then we're going to be off the rest of the days. It may be Thanksgiving. I think it's Thanksgiving. So work 2 12-hour days. What the fuck am I going to do up there for 12 hours both days? Whatever. And I think even during that time, there's no school. So nothing's going on up there. So stuff don't just get dirty overnight with nobody there. So I don't know. Might be sitting on my ass somewhere, hidden somewhere. I mean, I'm not saying I do that all the time. It's just when there's nothing to do, what can you do? But anyway, that's enough bitching and complaining. That's just going to be a short video because I wanted to make 3 videos in a row. Like I said, if you want to help me with this project, because I get paid once a month. And I probably can't put any money into this until next year. My Cash App will be below. If you know you're well off and you want to help fund this poor car, you know, I ain't a big channel like DD Speed Shop, but you know, you can throw a couple of bucks towards my Cash App or something, or not. I'm not telling you to. I could care less if you do, but whatever money you do throw at it will go into this car. You know, I won't just go out and have a freaking hangover at Las Vegas or something. But anyway, I'm still rambling. So it's Sunday. Tomorrow's a work day. For all you others going to work tomorrow, have a good day at work. If you sit on your ass or whatever you do, screw the pooch. Excuse me. But anyway, you guys have a great week at work. Have a great day or night.